Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. I'm a self-published author and a small business owner, and we're gonna do a cash stuffing today. So I actually don't have the cash yet because I was gonna go to the bank yesterday. Yesterday was Friday. And I had to take some packages to the post office first before they closed. And then by the time I left the post office, it was like maybe 20 minutes before the bank was going to close. Maybe it was a half hour before the bank was going to close. And I knew that I would get there with like 10, 15 minutes to spare. And like I've worked retail before, and I remember when somebody comes in like a few minutes before closing, it's so annoying. Because like I know technically the place hasn't closed yet, but as the employee working there, you don't know how long that person's going to take, you know? So for somebody to come in right before closing and then end up taking, because people come in right before closing, like to a store, and then they want to like do their shopping and they're there, and then we're like late leaving, and it's super frustrating. And who knows how many people would have been in front of me and whatnot. So I just didn't want to be an annoyance. So I decided that I would just go today. And we're going to do that together because I thought that would make it more fun. So let's go ahead and go to the bank and get our money.
Something that makes us complete when we find.
So I just left the bank. Just a tip real quick. What a lot of people do is they go to the bank, they go through to the ATM, and they get out the total amount that they want, and then they go to the drive-through and put their like teller slip and the cash they got at the bank into the little tubey thing, and the person in the bank will swap out the bills because they don't want to go inside. I just go inside. It does not take very long. It's actually just, it takes the same amount of time basically, and it's really not that bad. But the thing I have noticed that I don't like is that so often when I go into the bank, I don't know if it's I might need to try a different like bank, like a different location, because the one that I go to, they always ask me so many questions, like, oh, like I'll hand them the teller slip, and so every once in a while I'll get someone who doesn't say anything about it. Like they'll just be like, you know, man, I wish it would warm up the weather. Like they'll just like do small talk with me. But everyone's like, most of the time, I would say like 70% of the time, the bank teller that I happen to get asks me a bunch of questions. Like, because at the bottom of the teller slip, I use the aesthetic dollar teller slips. They'll be like, the aesthetic dollar, what is that? Or like today, I'm wearing my crossbody from the aesthetic dollar, and it has like the AD logo on it. And they'll be like, what is AD? Or like, oh, this is cool, doing specific denominations. And like, what is that for? You just ask all these questions, which I don't like. I don't mind the small talk. Like the lady last time I went in, I was wearing a tan like trench coat, and she was like, oh my gosh, I love your coat. And I was like, oh, thank you, I got it from Old Navy, a Black Friday sale. She's like, oh my gosh, I have to check that out. And like we talked about Old Navy for a few minutes while she did my cash. That was fine. But when they ask me questions about my money, like what I'm doing or why I'm doing it this way or whatever, I do get a little bit annoyed by it, because I just feel like A, it's none of their business what I'm doing with my money, and B, I feel like I have to give the same spiel every single time, and it really annoys me. So I don't love that. But yeah, anyway, I was just gonna say though that I go inside to the bank to do this. I don't do the drive-through or the ATM anymore. It's just a pain, so I just go inside. It's really not a big deal. It takes like 5 minutes. It's scary like if you're not like if you're like me and you're an introvert, it's like uncomfortable the first couple of times you do it. But I've been doing this for about a year now, and I'm pretty comfortable with it. The first time I ever did it, I was terrified because I'd never done it before, and I was like, am I allowed to do this? How do I do this? And like, just in case you've never done it, all you do is you fill out your teller slip, you go into the bank, you go up when they, you know, say that you're next, you go up to the counter, and you take out your debit card and you put it in the card thingy that they have sitting there, and you put in your PIN number, and they'll ask what you want to do, and you say you want to do a withdrawal, and then you hand them the teller slip, and they will get the cash out according to the teller slip. Even if you don't have like teller slip from like the aesthetic dollar or whatever, just write it on a piece of paper or a sticky note, what denominations you want, how many, what the total is, and they will input it into the computer and get the money out for you, and that's literally it. It's the easiest thing in the world, but it is scary the first time you do it. So in case anybody didn't know how to do it, that's how you do it. And then when you get your money, you go back out to your car. I always look at the back seat before I get in the car. Like, I glance in the back seat to make sure nobody's in there. And then when I get in the car, I always lock the door before I fiddle with my money and put it, you know, away or whatever I'm doing. Because I have a bunch of cash. Like, I have like hundreds of dollars in cash in my hands right now. Somebody could easily come and just like open the door and rob me. Like, it's on a pretty public street, but still. So that's the other thing. If you're gonna do this, also, if you're gonna like get out of your car and not just go through the drive-thru, please lock your door after you get your cash. Now I have my cash and I'm gonna go back to the house. I'm actually probably gonna eat something before I keep filming, so, but you guys won't see that. You'll just see me continue filming, because, yeah, anyway. So I'm gonna stop talking now so that future Rachel can go ahead and start the cash stuffing, and this cash stuffing won't be an hour long. I officially have my cash now, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. By the way, I finally got like an official, like a real tripod to film with. I love it so much, but it's on the table. Normally I have like a stack of boxes beside the table, and I like stack things up super high, and then I put a board and I put my camera on the end of the board, and then something else to weight the other side of the board on the stack. But now the tripod is actually on the table, so I don't know how much I love that. We might try putting it on like a stool next to the table next time. That way it's not on the same surface, because every time I bump the table and the table jiggles at all, that jiggles. So, and it honestly might be because this is a coffee table and I have it like lifted up. So it's jigglier because it's like lifted, like the top of it's lifted up to like waist height, so I don't have to kneel. Might be part of it. So anyway, we're gonna try it like this today, and then when I go to edit it, if I decide that it was too shaky, I'll just do it differently next time, but whatever. We're just here for cash stuffing, right? This, by the way, is money that I found in my cash bag, like in that bag just there. It was sitting in there, and I think it was money that at some point I had planned to take back to the bank and then just never did. And so we're gonna stuff that at like somewhere in the video and decide like, okay, where am I? The ones I'll probably put in a savings challenge, but the 220s, we'll figure out where I want to put those when we get there. And actually, you know what? I am just going to lower this because I feel like me sitting back like this is making me want to be out of frame. So I'm going to go ahead and lower you guys real quick. Okay, let's chat for a second while I get all my money situated. So if you saw my last video, it was a talking video, which I don't normally do. And I talked about trying to decide what to do with the small business moving forward. I'm going to continue making like savings challenges, placeholder, all the things. But like I said in my last video, if you've never made anything, like for instance, if you've never made cash envelopes before, I cannot tell you how time consuming they are. And if you've never made them for other people, it's really stressful, because it's not the designing on the computer that's the problem. That part's easy and fun. It's I have to print it out, make sure it printed perfectly, cut it perfectly. Oh, wait, no, there's a little black edge. I have to cut it again. Oh, wait, no, I cut it too far. I have to reprint it, cut it again. Finally got it right. Then I have to laminate it. And then sometimes, I laminated them too close together or whatever. And then it's like, okay, well, I can't use that one. Got to toss that one and start over. And then finally you get it laminated perfectly. Then you have to cut it again into the envelope. And then it's like, oh, wait, no, didn't quite cut it perfectly there. I have to redo that one or recut that. It's so exhausting, guys. Like, God bless everybody who's been making handmade items for like years. You guys are heroes, superheroes. I cannot fathom. Yeah, it's too much. It's stressful. I'm not enjoying it. So I'm not going to do cash envelopes anymore, because there is no quick and easy way to do this. I think I might make a tutorial on how to make them. So if you want to make them at home, there are lots of tutorials, but I have this like specific method that I do that I would share. But like with savings challenges and stuff, I'm still gonna make them, but I'm gonna order them from a print shop, and then I will like just corner around them and everything myself. But that is going to be an endeavor of cost, trying to figure out whether or not it's cost effective. And like, I don't know how quickly I would be able to order them because it's going to cost money to get them ordered versus me printing them at home. Like, it all ends up costing the same, but it's a lot more money up front. So I haven't decided how quickly that will happen, but it will happen. So I will continue selling budgeting products is basically the spiel. But I will be selling them as like printed materials, which means there will be no more vellum items. They will all be like printed on like paper, like nice paper, but still printed on paper. And it's just gonna be a matter of figuring out cost-wise what I can afford to order and how quickly. So that's the spiel about the shop. The other thing is A6 binders and wallets. Guys, I ordered these before Thanksgiving. It is now after New Year's. I still don't have them. They were sitting in a warehouse, in a FedEx warehouse somewhere for like a week and a half, 2 weeks or something. So I finally contacted the manufacturer and I was like, hey, I know that they, like, you guys have on there that they have to be here by January 23rd. And they're not technically late, but they are taking a while, and they've just been sitting in the same location for a while now. So my manufacturer was like, oh, I'm sorry about that. Let me like try and push them through. So she did, and they got pushed through. And now they have been sitting at a like an inspection place for, I think, since Christmas. So no, before Christmas. I can't remember. I'd have to look at my email. But anyway, so it's been like 2 weeks or so that they've just been sitting there at the inspection place. And I get that Christmas is busy, but I'm like, I ordered these before Thanksgiving and I didn't order that many. It's not a big box. So I'm going to contact my manufacturer today and ask her if she can push them through that possibly, because I know they're not technically late, but they are getting closer to being late. And I told you guys they would be here weeks ago because I thought they would. I did also order A5 binders for restock. They are looking like they're going to be on time. They should be here in a couple of weeks. I'll let you guys know when they come in, and I got some new colors too, and I will add those into the shop as well. So like that kind of stuff is going to keep, we're going to keep doing that. It's just trying to figure out how to make the handmade things not handmade things, because the handmade, it's just too much. So anyway, that's the spiel about the shop. We're going to get into the cash stuffing, and there's other things for me to say. I will say them as we go because we are already quite a few minutes in. I'm sorry. Okay, today we are not cash stuffing $447. This is for the entire month. I need to split this up into this week's amount real quick. So basically I wrote down all of my envelopes, and like, for instance, when I wrote down how much I was going to add when I went to my withdrawal plan, because I do weekly cash stuffing videos, I broke it up into 4 amounts. So I just need to go through this money and take out the first week's amounts so that I have that correct one. Guys, I'm so mad right now. I forgot to press record. Well, I did the cash. I don't remember how much it was. I think it was like 133. My old envelopes, I'm getting rid of all of them because I simplified the whole thing. So now the font is a little bit different, and on the bottom it just says like what that category means to me. And so this is such a pain in the butt. As I was saying that you guys didn't hear, I combined a lot of things because I was watching a YouTube video, and I will put the name of the account on the screen because I don't remember what it was. And she was saying that for her, it's been hard and like discouraging to cash stuff when you have so many categories, because then you're trying to make your money stretch really far versus combining categories and making them smaller. Just, it kind of tricks your brain into feeling like you're getting somewhere because you're able to put money in more envelopes more consistently. So that's what I did. So for instance, I don't have an apparel envelope anymore, or like a seasonal decor or a going out or anything like that. It's just called non-essentials. So like all of that falls into the same category. That way, when it comes to cash stuffing, I don't have to try and be like, okay, should I put some in apparel or seasonal decor or going out? I can't put enough in all. That way I can just stuff whatever I am able to in here, and then when it comes to actually spending it, it'll just be kind of a triage of what's more important. Do I want to buy seasonal decor right now, or do I want to buy apparel because I only have $50 and it's not going to cover both? So it's like the like decision making comes from what to purchase versus am I able to save, if that makes sense. The hard thing about cash stuffing is that we tend to treat the money in the envelopes like it's only allotted for this, when it's really all of this is my money and all of this is just savings, and it can go wherever I want it to. And if I want to reallocate it, I can. So sometimes I feel like we get a little bit too rigid about the categories. So I think combining them is going to help. So anyway, I discussed that as I was filling these, and then realized I was talking to myself, which is fine. And air conditioning and office chair, I need to make savings challenges for, but I forgot to. So those ones I'm not stuffing right now because I forgot to make things for them. So anyway, I swear. I'm alone at the house. Like, I have the house to myself for the weekend and for the first time in months. And so I've been really enjoying it, but I'm also a major perfectionist. And so I've been struggling with like trying not to pressure myself to make the weekend perfect. Like, oh no, I have to do this or do this or do this because everything has to be perfect. And so today I'm just like, oh, I'm wasting so much time. It's almost 3 o'clock and I haven't been able to do anything relaxing or, you know, whatever. Anyway, it's the whole thing. I swear. Okay, and then these two are new. Actually, I forgot something. Hold on. When I tell you it's not my day, I just dropped this on the ground and the backing came off. It's annoying. So I'm gonna have to like glue that to the back or something. Oh, I swear. Anyway, okay, let's just do this. We're gonna make this a good day. And I'm gonna eat some pizza later and bring my dogs in the house. And we're just gonna watch One Tree Hill and cut dashboards because I ordered a boatload of new dashboards and the A5 dashboards come like on A5 size paper. But the A6 dashboards, unfortunately, they don't, like A6 size paper is not actually the size that my A6 dashboards are because the A6 dashboards are a little bit bigger than the envelopes. So I have to print them or have them printed on A5 paper and then I trim them down. And then I also have to hole punch the A5 ones and the A6 ones, which is a little bit of a pain, but it's still nothing compared to making like envelopes or anything with vellum. So I'll take it. So here's a sneak peek at some of the dashboards that are coming to the shop. But I think I'm gonna later eat some pizza, hang out with my dogs, watch One Tree Hill, cut some dashboards, and maybe work on my next book because that sounds like fun. And right now I need fun. Okay, so as I was saying, I have made a couple of products that are coming to the shop soon, and I need to explain them because of this. So one of them is the online spending notepad, which I don't know if I've talked about before or not, but this is basically because I'm really bad about tracking my online spending. So basically this way, when I make an online purchase, I can immediately write it down and then like be able to just check it off really quickly rather than trying to like find my binder, get out my binder. I can just keep this on my desk or like in the drawer, the top drawer of my desk, and just pull it out whenever I make an online purchase and quickly write it down and then move on. And it just holds me accountable a bit better. So this is coming to the shop. And the one that I ordered like inventory for has a little check mark up here, the way this one does. And this one is what I want to talk about because I made a couple of envelopes for rewards. So I was talking to my therapist about doing things and like that other people aren't necessarily excited about. Like, let's say like for me, I designed a new product today and I want to tell somebody about it, but nobody else is as excited about it as I am. So then it kind of tears you down a little bit when somebody else isn't as excited. So she's like, make like a sticker chart for yourself or a reward system of some kind so that you can kind of celebrate the win and feel happy about it. And I was like, I can do that. Let me do that. I'll make a product about it. So basically I made 2 envelopes, one for my small business and then one for writing. So anytime I do anything like accomplishment wise for the small business, whether that be I designed a new product, I ordered a new product, I was able to get all the dashboards made, whatever, I get rewarded for it. And so what I'm going to do is I made this rewards tracker that I broke. This one's mine, it's fine. And every time I do something that like is an accomplishment, I'll write it down here as a celebration. This is what I did, the date I did it, and this is how much I'm going to reward myself for it. So like, I think what I'm going to do is like 50 cents per item that I get, like I accomplish. And then when I cash stuff for like February, I will go through here, add it all up. And if it's like 10.50 that I owe myself, I'll just do 10. And that last 50-cent one, I won't mark off until the next month. So I don't have to do change. But that way I can celebrate my accomplishments with myself and be really excited about it and feel like I've earned something from it. Because sometimes our accomplishments, it actually takes a while to actually get legitimate real life rewards from them, versus this is like a way to celebrate with myself. So anyway, these are going to be coming to the shop as well, and that's what these envelopes are for. So I tell you, we're going to do the savings trackers when we get there, savings challenge trackers when we get there. So let me real quick, I think I'm going to do the same thing that the Aesthetic Dollar, Emily from the Aesthetic Dollar did. I watched her video. I'm behind on her videos because I watch them. I try and watch just like half of one every night before bed because they're very calming and soothing. Her and the XO Budget, I do one of those. So I'm behind on them on purpose so that I have enough of them to watch. But I watched her most recent one about changing up her categories, and I was like, you know, I might do that. She did, instead of low priority and high priority, she did long term and short term. And I think I want to do that only because sometimes I think saying that things are low priority makes me feel guilty for stuffing them, and I don't like that. So here, let's start with, is this short term? Yes, okay. It's gonna take me a while to get used to like the setup of this. So for your beauty and health, I'm stuffing a 10. I am still, so I use the Pat McGrath Sublime concealer, and I've been out for like 3 months now, and they're still out of stock in my color. And I'm like, guys, seriously? The two lightest shades they're out of stock of, and they've been out of stock for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and I'm very annoyed by it. So I don't know, but I'm stuffing to eventually repurchase that. We'll see. Eating out is getting 10, and I'm actually gonna stuff an extra 20 from that extra money that I had in my binder because I ordered myself some Domino's over last night, and so I'll just use that basically to pay myself back when I get around to doing my online unstuffing for online purchases. I will use that to do that. I'm not stuffing kindness this week, but I am going to stuff it. So 5 is going to miscellaneous essentials. So this is like I combined home and groceries and miscellaneous. And so this is basically any essential item, like just like basic human need stuff, like obviously groceries or like Windex or I don't know, light bulbs, whatever you need to like survive comes out of here. Non-essentials, it's funny that they're right next to each other. That's kind of perfect. Non-essentials is getting nothing this week, but this is, like I said, combining all of those envelopes. Self-care is not getting anything this week. But we can count what it has. It has 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So 45 in there right now. I do need to get my hair cut again, just like trimmed. I want to keep growing it out longer, but I know it needs to be like consistently trimmed so it doesn't look gnarly. And spending isn't getting anything this week either. This binder is not very interesting today, but that's okay. And like spending says fun money, treat yourself, no explanations, because to me spending money should be, I don't have to justify this. It can be as frivolous as I want. This is literally money that I have set aside to allow myself not to criticize my choices. So I put that on there to remind myself of that. So then for long term, we have, did I put anything in gifts? I feel like I did. Yes, I did. Okay, 5 goes into gifts because most of my family are spring and summer birthdays, so I need to start stuffing for that so that I can be prepared. Medical is not getting anything because it is currently fully funded. I actually go to the doctor here pretty soon to find out how much that procedure is going to cost. Pets is getting a 5. So these crisp 5s left over from last month. I hate these 5s. I know everyone's like, oh, crisp 5s are the best. And normally I agree. But these are like brand new, fresh off the press 5s that you can't catch because they're too slick. So we have 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 in pets. I also wanted to say thank you for everybody who commented on that last video of me talking about my depression and stuff. And those of you who like privately reached out to me, that really means a lot because I wasn't sure how that would go over posting that when I normally post like hash stuffing type stuff. So that was just really nice to get positive responses. So thank you to everybody who responded to that, by the way. I just want to make sure I said that. Renovations is getting skipped this week. But I am going to start saving because I have some plans for my office and my bedroom that I want to do this year. Savings is getting 20 today. I did not put 10% in here this month because it just wasn't feasible. My variable expenses were a little bit higher than normal. So we still save what we can without making ourselves nuts. So rewards for small business, I don't have anything yet because I haven't like started that process. Same with writing. Yearly subscriptions though, I am putting a 5 in. Most of my yearly subscriptions are in the summer, so I'm not super worried about it, but I do want to start stuffing more consistently, especially my P.O. box. It's a 6-month renewal. And so it's like, you would think that I would remember that, but I didn't, which is why I made a yearly subscriptions page in my budget planner so that I could write them all down. So now I'm set. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I think in total, oh, I don't know what the total is. I didn't write the total down. I think the total goal is like, I don't know, 600 or something. So we've got a ways to go. What did I say that was? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gosh, darn these stupid 5s. I try to put like an icky 5 in between them so that they're easier to grab because my Lanta. Nuts. Okay. That looks horrendous. There we go. So that's it for short term. And then for holidays, I am going to do Easter because my nephew's coming out and I'm so excited. It's his first Easter on this earth, and oh, I'm not stuffing it this week, but right now I have 15 and I'm just excited to get him like little things. He's not quite a year old, so he's not gonna like fully grasp everything, but I'm just excited, so I'm gonna buy him stuff. Mother's Day is getting 5. My mom just like literally never by herself for like an extended amount of time, and she's like me, she's an introvert, so she really thrives on being by herself and then coming back to people, but then being alone. And so I'm wanting to get her a room at a hotel for a couple of nights, like just nearby, but just so she can like be by herself and do whatever she wants for a couple of nights. So we have 20, 30, 30, 35, 40, 45. So we got a ways to go, but we're getting there. And then my dad has been wanting these like mats for his truck for years, and we've never gotten them for him because they're kind of pricey. And so I was like, you know what? This is the year. I'm going to do it. So saving up to get him mats for his truck because I don't know, I guess it's what guys want. 20, 30, 35, 40, 45. And then I think that's it for holidays because the Christmas one is a savings challenge that I was doing. I'm not putting it actually in the envelope. But I did not grab my expo marker for my savings challenges, so give me a second while... Oh, what are these? Oh, these are like old ones that I had. Oh, I forgot about these. These were freebies I got from the Aesthetic Dollar, and I never used them. I'm going to keep these. I'll set these aside, and I'll keep these. But these I don't need anymore. Anyway, I'm going to go grab my expo marker real quick. Okay, I feel a little bit like a dope for like the 4th time today because I went to grab these, and then I was like, wait a second. The new savings challenges are paper. I'm not going to like draw on them with wet erase. I'm going to draw on them with pen, I swear. My brain functions, I promise. Okay, so let's go through these, and then I have my new ones set aside. So let's just put everything in the correct envelopes real quick, and then we will figure out how to organize them. So my old one, I did those 4, so I'm going to color those in on here real quick. Christmas is getting 13, so we have 13 there. So now in Christmas for next year, I have saved up 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. $50 in Christmas so far. So then no spend, we're gonna talk about in a second. Let me figure out the other ones first. So book cover, I need a total of $290, which $290 divided by, I believe there's 60 on here now, right? So $5 roughly. And today I am stuffing 20, so goodness, that took a second. Okay. Book cover is getting 20. Okay. My brain functions at a very high level most of the time. That's not true. Sometimes it does. So that brings us up to 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. And I do know what my next book is going to be. I'm in the like brainstorming / plotting stages. I've already done a lot of brainstorming and like figuring out the characters and stuff. And now I'm officially like trying to get the plot written out and outlined so that I can start writing on it. So I'm hoping to order a book cover in the next couple of months, and then we will be trucking on that one. I did not make an eyebrows one, did I? That's okay. Eyebrows I am adding to though, aren't I? Yes, I'm adding 5. Which of course, I didn't think about how that was gonna work with my little dots here. Honestly, I'm not even gonna worry about the dots at this point because I have not been doing very well at them. I need 770 for them, and right now I have 500, 600, 610, 620, 630, 640, 645, 650, 655. So I have 655 total right now, and I need 770. So travel, I changed. So before I had like, it had like ticket, lodgings, miscellaneous, all the different like categories had their own card. And now what I've done is I've made a savings challenge page with all of the categories on it. So like activities, childcare, eating out, fees, all the things, and then how much each one of those things is going to cost, so that I don't have to have so many trackers in my savings challenge envelope. I can just have it here and then have the total, and then I can just do it that way. It just makes it a lot easier for me. So for this one, the total is, what is that? $3,900 is what we want, which 3,900 divided by 60 is $65. I didn't like plan in amounts of 65, so we'll see how this goes. And then I also decided that for the concert ticket, I'm not going to do this one anymore, actually. Just because this travel one is such a high priority for me right now that it just isn't worth it. I'm still going to sell the concert ticket one if you guys are interested in it. But for myself, it just doesn't make sense for me right now. It makes more sense to focus on the travel as much as I can because it's so expensive. And so today we are saving 20 today. So yeah, I can't even cross one of these off right now. So in travel, we have 500, 600, 700, 750, 820, 840, 860, 880. So $880 so far in travel, and I need a total of 3,900. So yeah, we're on our way. I'm also going to be updating the placeholders to be paper like this, but I didn't get around to making enough of them for me to use in the video. So, and then we're doing miscellaneous, and and treat yourself is a different one. So miscellaneous, we're gonna do 5s is what I think I'm gonna do. So 5 times 60 is what? 300. The idea of this one was just to, like, I don't know, be able to save up some and then put it wherever I feel like I need at the time that I finish it is the idea for this one. So I budgeted $5 for this. Okay, so there's miscellaneous, and then the no spend savings challenges. I'm going to still sell these to people who want them, but I personally am not going to do the no spend savings challenge thing anymore. What I'm going to do instead is a treat yourself savings challenge. So let me show you what I mean. So basically, all the money that's like leftover from like my wallet, or if there's ones in an envelope that I don't feel like I need anymore, whatever. Basically, all of those no spend savings challenges where if you have excess money somewhere, you go ahead and you stuff it in those envelopes based on the denomination. I'm just going to take all of that money and put it in this treat yourself savings challenge. So the idea with this one is not that you would color it in, but that like, so today I'm going to be putting in 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, $19. So I would just write down in one of the hearts that I am able to save this week $19 into this envelope. And so then over time, you would just accumulate money for yourself. And so then it's not like you have to separate it out by denomination. It's just whatever money you have to set aside, you set aside and you put it in here. And it's not something you budget for. It's just something that when you have money you don't really feel like you need or whatever, you just stuff it in here and call it good. So now I just had that 20 left over from earlier. That was left over in my cash bag, my bank bag. So I'm looking at is there anything I wasn't able, oops, didn't mean to do that. I wasn't able to save in that I would like to. Just holidays. That's so nice. This is the first month I think ever that I've been able to put money in every single envelope except for all the holidays. Because the rewards ones don't count because, I mean, those are based on rewards. And medical didn't need anything. So that's the coolest thing ever. So is there anything that I want to put more into? I think I'm actually going to put it in gifts because my brother's birthday is actually coming up. Is it in here? Yes, it is. Okay. It's actually coming up very soon. And I only have $5 in here. And I think I only budgeted 10 for this month. So that way I actually have money to like buy him a gift. So we have 25 now in gifts and that will be it. So I just ran out to the mailbox because I saw the mailman was here and I have been waiting for some samples and they just came and I thought we could open them together. I have ordered, officially this is my third sample of a bag to use for a bank bag, because as much as I absolutely love the one I have from the Aesthetic Dollar, it's so big to fit in my purse, and cash only takes up like this, but it's this tall and I don't need one this big. So I've been on the hunt for something smaller. Haven't been able to find anything because everything is so like thick, and I'm like, you want it to be able to stretch big enough to fit a lot of cash, but you don't necessarily want it to be like structured and large. So I ordered this one. So this is like the sample, so it doesn't actually have like my logo or anything on it. It just like has like a fake one. That zipper is like really nice and smooth. It has some card holders in here, so if you want to take just this to the bank, you can take like, for instance, I put my debit card and my driver's license in here, and I just put this into my little Aesthetic Dollar bag and run, or I just put this on my wrist and run. But like if you wanted to go to the bank and just take your bank bag, you could put your debit card and your driver's license in here and call it good, and only take this and not have to take like your purse with you. Look how cute they look together actually. Aw, you could put them like on the same little loop-de-loop. That would be cute. Okay, so here's the moment of truth. How does the money fit in here? Not bad, actually. It's a tiny bit snug in terms of like, you do kind of have to slide it past the little zipper there, like the end of the zipper, but that's actually not bad. And then you can keep your teller slip has a little zipper there. You could put your little teller slip in there. Oh no, it doesn't fit in there. It'd have to go. Okay, it can go in this little pocket here, this side pocket, your teller slip. You could like put your pen in the little zipper pouch. And then I got my stash of bills. Yeah, and it's not even like full. Like it's not even all the way full. Like that's still pretty slim. I got 3 colors because it was a minimum order of 3 samples. So I decided I would just get different colors and see how I like them. So here are the 3 colors that I got. I really like these actually. They're really cute. Oh my gosh, they're so cute, guys. What do you think? Should I order like inventory of this and bring this to the shop? They're so cute. It would probably take a while before they got here, as we have learned with the whole like binder and wallet fiasco. They would probably take a minute to get here, but aren't those so cute? Oh my gosh. I love them. They're so cute. And that's so much smaller to fit into a purse, like size comparison. Like look how much smaller that is. Like there's nothing wrong with this, but if you don't have a purse that like fits this, or you find this a little bit too big to carry around, like this is such a nice size. I love this so much. This is the problem, is that I have too many ideas and then not enough money to buy inventory for all of them. It's a problem. Okay. Man, I love these so much. Oh, I love them. Okay. Comment down below if you would be interested in these and which color you like best. That way I kind of get an idea of what you guys are interested in and what colors you're interested in. I kind of love these. I might have to order inventory of these. It'll be a minute, guys. Don't get too excited. It'll be a minute, but I think these might come to the shop. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're still here, you're amazing. I love you. Okay, I'm gonna go. Bye.